the Catalyst Studio for Startup Report number 100. Milestone, Mr. Reuben Pressman. Welcome, sir.
Hey.
So you got a new startup a couple of days ago, Startup Family. Congratulations.
I was like, wait, what? Our firstborn's a month old now, and just loving it. Pepper, yeah. I mean, I've always wanted kids, and this is more than I ever imagined. Love it.
That's great. Everything went well? Pretty stress-free? Jamie did?
Yeah, I mean, huge shout out to Jamie, my wife. Fully unmedicated, all natural, everything, and she was fantastic. It was incredible.
Most people can't even do an average day like that. Full unmedicated.
Yeah, no, it's great, and she healed quickly, and she's great. She's like, why do I have to wait for 6 weeks to lift things? Yep.
Very nice. A lot of big changes this year. Obviously the baby is the most important one, but not too far behind that. Exited with Presence. Were acquired by a bigger company.
Yep.
So it's been a lot of years in the making. Let's just get with the fun, emotional stuff first. How'd it feel?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely bittersweet. I mean, I'm sticking with the company, so it's not like it's like, okay, yours, go ahead, do it. It's, I still have the team, everyone's sticking around, we're still building. This isn't like a, multi-billion-dollar company that's coming in to buy this. Like, they're significant, but we're the fourth company that Riverside, which is the PE firm backing all of this, has put together. So, and just 2 weeks before us, DigArc, based in Lakeland, was bought as well. And so, essentially, they had two companies, both in the education space, one with continuing education, one on the marketing enrollment kind of CMS side. And then they brought DigArc, which is on the curriculum management development side, and Presence, which is the whole out-of-classroom experience. And so we're heads down, continuing to focus on Presence, serving the existing customers we have, expanding in the space, and growing the product. This isn't like what's known as like a synergy deal. Like, it's not like they're buying us and trying to just take the best parts and do it. They're trying to pump more resources and help us grow and take advantage of that at this point. And so, yeah.
Well, I mean, all that makes sense and that's cool, but you exited, man. So that's awesome. And it's got to be a relief. It's got to be a validation. It's got to be, nice, treat yourself to a few things, and it's got to feel good.
Yeah, it's definitely a good time with the baby at home, just having a little bit of stability. With startups, they're risky, right? Like, we were at a point where it was pretty obvious we weren't going to go anywhere. But at the same time, it does bring a little bit of stability and focus and everything to life.
Yeah. And then within the company, as you mentioned, you're staying active and you're integrating with the parent corp. And you've gotten a new, they've seen your talents and are rewarding you internally already.
Yeah. So part of the actual deal and part of why they were interested in us is they're looking at bringing me on as an executive for the company. And so I'll help kind of level up and bring some of the culture and the speed and everything that we've done really well, and try to help them out with that side of things. And there's plenty of learning for me to do as well.
It's got to feel a bit like easier sledding to not have every. If there's no toilet paper in the bathroom or whatever bill didn't get paid, it doesn't all roll up to you now.
Yeah. I can definitely hang a few of the hats up on the wall, be able to stay a little more focused and focus on, just some key parts and components of the bigger company. And right now it's a lot, right? Like, integration between the two companies and navigating all of that, supporting our existing team at the same time as, learning everything new and trying to support that and all that transition. It's definitely like triple time. But I think as that all gets to, if it gets figured out and smoothed out, it's going to be a lot smoother.
And I know you've always kept the team close. So, how did you manage through the transition and the announcement? Any concerns and fears? And was that pretty easy, or was it?
Yeah, definitely natural to have all of those things go on. So we're still talking and figuring that out with everybody. The timing was good in general for my life with the baby coming, but the tough part about that as well is that I was out of the office. So our deal closed and she came early. And so I had about maybe 10 days from when my team found out and we announced it and it happened to baby being born. And so I wasn't able to be in the office to really provide that level of support and communication and knowledge. And so now that I'm back, just last week, I'm doing one-on-ones with my whole team, figuring out who's excited, who's nervous, and trying to navigate and help everybody out to the best of my ability.
So I'd love to just hear now that you've done the full cycle essentially. You had a few starts in the very early days. You were a pretty heavy participant in the startup ecosystem on a lot of different fronts. Stuck with the company, got the exit. So as you look back on really being one of the pioneers of startup culture and startup the startup scene here, how do you reflect back?
Yeah, I mean, I've grown up here. One of the primary reasons I stayed here was because I got a lot of opportunity here, and wanted to help play a role in showing that it's possible and helping other companies grow here and help play a role in creating that ecosystem that we now have, and it's obviously still growing. And so I think one of the cool things, obviously, is that Presence did it all here. Like, we were able to start from nothing, raise capital here, find talent here, move talent here, go through all of the normal problems and challenges everybody does, and then make it all the way through to that exit. And there's been others that have done it even faster than I have in that time frame. You've got Kyle with the Penny Hoarder, you've got Chris with Collio, and others that have found that same success here. And so it's a bigger win than just Reuben exited. It's a good signal for the community, for investors, for other founders, for anyone to see, like, oh, that stuff can happen in St. Petersburg in Florida, and it's a place to be.
Yeah, and then the entrepreneur in residence thing as well. It's a nice exclamation point on that story as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what's next? Obviously you got a couple years or a year at least to bake in and enjoy all this new opportunity. How do you see? It's a big, like I said, to go from you're hitting a wall of corporation at this point, and from being completely free and autonomous and manifesting your own destiny to being part of a team, which is has its upsides too. If you look ahead into the other side of your current situation, what do you see? You going to start another company again in the future?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't think I'll be able to stay away from that. I know that. We were talking earlier, just me even taking some time off work to be home, I was getting very antsy and like feeling weird, and like things I hadn't felt before because I just hadn't had those level of interactions. I mean, I'm like 100% extroverted. So like me being at home and just focused, I can do, but only for so long. I got to be out and around and working with people and all of that. And I'm a creator. I started programming when I was 10. I've always enjoyed building things. I mean, there was tens of thousands of Legos and Connects and things all over the house. So my mind's already going of like things to get involved with. I have multiple startups that have come and said, hey, we're raising funding, and that's a huge interest of me as well. Would love at some point to be able to potentially start a fund here and help support companies like investors did for me. Definitely want to do a lot of angel investing. Eventually, I'm sure I'll find something I want to either create or join and help with. And I'm just thinking about what else life-wise and what else we can do in St. Pete. I'm a huge foodie, so I definitely am thinking about some restaurant concepts even that I want to get into, and just being able to back and support other projects here as much as possible, I think, is what's top of mind. And then, I'll probably it's probably significantly longer than a year that I'll stick with them here. Sure. And then, at some point I'll, go after a bunch of stuff.
But as it sits right now, St. Pete is your home.
Yeah, I think St. Pete's my home, and I think it'll always be my home, even if we have, we travel other places or stay other places or, get something else somewhere else, especially during these couple of months during the summer. But no, I mean, my family's here. My parents live right there. And Jamie, my wife's mom, is planning to move up here. And so we're definitely going to have roots here no matter what. Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Yep.
Well, thanks. I've enjoyed the conversation. Congratulations. And it's just, like you said, it's a full cycle win, and so great and so valuable. And, that you want to stay and do all the things to lift other people up in the same way, show them, the path you walk to get to success. I think that'll be invaluable, and we appreciate it.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, St. Pete is obviously an amazing place. It's come a huge long way in the last just 10, 15 years, but I still think it's early. I think there's a ton of opportunity here. I think where we're going to be in 5 or 10 years from now, we're going to look back and feel like we're nowhere right now.
I agree. Awesome. Reuben Pressman, Reuben
Presence.
Pressman.
Yeah. Pressments.
Congrats on both fronts. It's good to see you, and
Thank you.
we'll keep following the journey. Obviously,
Okay, deal.
Thanks, man.
Thank you all very much.